Listen, on tonight, I need to appeal to the greater person that God is calling out of you. Not today, but for your tomorrow. I know a lot of times it seems like it is crazy to believe in something this huge, believe in something this big. To think that God is still able to use somebody like you, somebody who looks like you, thinks like you, hopes like you, believes like you. It's crazy to believe God can still use people like you, but I need to tell you on today that he can and he will. Now I notice in Matthew chapter 8. No, I'm not really going to preach it. I'm going to just teach it to you. I need to tell you something tonight. Matthew chapter 8 talks about a man, centurion captain, who has a soldier. Now, the man has a soldier. Watch this now. And he comes to Jesus and says, I am a man of authority. Right? I'm a man of authority. So when I give a command, I know that the proper response is to respond by doing the command. He says, I say to one servant, go, he goes. I say to one servant, come, he comes. But this one won't do what I've asked him to do. He's come to Jesus and said he suffers with the palsy. Now, I know from introspect on the text that palsy is something that is not permanent, it's situational, which means that it only happens at certain times of day. You ever been in that place? You ever been where, God, I know what I'm called to do, but it's just hard for me to do it. It's not that it's complicated. It's just in this place, I find it complicated to fulfill it. No, I know I'm talking to more than one person tonight, but even if I am, Jeremiah, I know you're called to do something that's greater than you, that's bigger than you. It seems like at any moment, it's going to fall down and crush you. How big the weight of the gift, the assignment, the future calling. But you got to know it's calling for you. It's calling for you. And you can't be opposed by every thought in your mind to say that you can't do it based off of your current condition. Now catch this. The captain comes to Jesus and tells him, I've given a command, nothing happened. So I just came to you to see what you could do about it. And Jesus says to him, I really need to see him. Catch it now. And the captain says to Jesus, no, you don't need to see this. I can't wait for you to show up. I can't wait for an informed delivery. I can't wait 7 days for Brown to take his time and UPS to decide when they want to upload the tracking. I can't wait 5 to 10 days for FedEx. I need it now. I can't wait that long. You ever been right on the verge of it? Right on the edge of something great happening. And then you're paused because you had to wait. Now, I don't know if that's your story. I don't know if that's you. I don't know if I'm just resounding word for myself to say, Jeremiah, sometimes you're only paused because you hinder you by waiting for it. And I know patience is the virtue, right? Patience is something that we all should have. Patience is one of those things that, like, you have to long for, pray for. But listen to me. Patience is a virtue. It's not an attribute. It's something that you acquire. It's not something you're born with. Notice when a baby is born that they're anxious for nothing, but they scream for everything. Y'all ain't gonna hear me on tonight. A baby will holler, will scream. It will wake up the entire house. It does not care because it knows that I want to eat. And I'm not talking to so spiritual people. That ain't my calling anyway. I'm called to tell people who don't know. And so tonight I'm talking to anybody who don't know. Who don't know that God ain't called you to be silent and hushed in this season. Not to move slow, not to be suppressed about it, but God called you to make noise. And let me tell you why the enemy has been so heavy on you. It's because you're somebody who's required by your calling to make noise in this place. And anytime you start making noise, anytime you start making noise, know that the attack it follows. That anybody that's quiet, they make no noise. They cause no attack. There's no fight back because there's no movement. But if anybody know that I have the word on me, it's on you. It's the gift that what he called you to do. Yes, it's heavier than you. Yes, it's bigger than you. Yeah, it's going to call for everything inside of you. It's going to exert your absolute energy. It's going to cause you to lose family, lose friends, lose everybody close to you. It may even tempt you to say some stuff and do some stuff that your flesh don't even want to. Oh, this don't always feel good. Being alone, being by yourself, can't relate to nobody, talk to nobody, go out with nobody, ain't got no real friends. It's gonna push you to your limit. But watch what happens. Jesus said, I'll go to the house. The man said, no, I don't need you to come to the house. Don't do that. Just send the word. That's it. All I need you to do is send the word. And for somebody that's good. That's good. It's been a long day for me. I had to get up early this morning and go to Huntsville. And that was 2 hours. And then I had to turn around and come right back after I waited for the mail. Got no kind of nap today. I'm tired, but I'm waiting. I know that I got up this morning because I had it planned on my mind last night. I went to bed last night with it on my mind that I had to get up and go. And so before I even got up to go, before I even laid down last night, I said in my mind that I had to go. And I only came on tonight to affirm for somebody in the spiritual that you can already see where you're headed. And for somebody who's asleep on you, let them sleep on next to you. But God told me to tell you everything that is inside of you has to be able to ordain it from the foundations of tonight. That before I lay down, I'm going to get up and send the word ahead of me. I'm sending it to my tomorrow. I'm sending it to my next week. I'm sending it into my future greater destiny. That everything God has called of me to ordain in me, to put in me, God placed it in me because he could trust me to speak the word to it, that it shall live and shall not die, that it shall thrive and shall not fall, that it shall come to pass and shall not be waited in weary land. It won't be paused. It won't be hindered. It will not be stopped. You have to speak to the greater that is tomorrow to come. God, everything you've called me to do, by the gift and the grace of God, I'm going to do it. Thrive in it. Succeed in it. And look good doing it.